Hello, all. Today we are going to see about the AI news, what happened over a week. Usually, I used to post all the latest AI news which is coming out daily or hourly in my Twitter profile. Can I take it all and summarize as one video over the weekend so that every weekend you can see it over? Weekly, I guess we'll post a video about the whole week's what all happened in AI. Basically, this may come on Monday, but hereafter we'll focus on getting it on Sunday afternoons or Sunday morning so that you can see it actually because it would be a quite lengthy video is what I feel, because we need to see what are all the news news has happened over the week, as well as we need to connect it with their backgrounds, and then you can speak with your colleagues or your classmates for the rest of the week. That's the whole aim. Let's start with the video, then let's see how it goes. This is my Twitter handle. So I would be keep on posting new things by day and what happens new in AI live. If you want live updates, consider following me in Twitter, currently X platform. We'll start with 18th January was the last week Sunday. I didn't post anything, so let's start with 19th. So let's start with the first news. OpenAI introduces ads in the ChatGPT. It would be basically for free users and the Go users. Go users is there $88. It was there in India for a long time. Now it's globally available. So this would help them in generating more revenues. This is very positive news for the whole AI industry. I think this is the first Gen AI company who's starting to introduce ads in their application or their platform. So if you ask for some dinner related questions or a recipe related questions, they have confirmed that the response will not be for sure dependent on ads. But if the question is something related to the industry or the person who gives that, so you can see ads like the sauce, the hot sauce ads are here. So I think, yeah, we need to appreciate people. I mean, as a open source people and ad free person, I don't encourage, but see, they spend a lot for us to bring us this much best application and the models to serving. They are spending in billions. So I think somewhere, if you want to access it something for free, you need to generate a revenue for them. So this is the way is what I feel. uh, that's the first news. And Vibecraft manages Claude code through hexagonal grid interface with a spatial audio drag Claude instance you lift and hear it working in that direction in real-time animation. So I have seen this platform. Sorry, I have missed to add images for a few tweets last week, but I make sure that all tweets from now on will be coming out with images so that it will be easy for audience also. So Vibecraft, I saw the platform. It's a platform which you can run in your MacBooks. It's basically an image representation of your Cloud working in your code base. You can manage them over there, and basically what all the Cloud Core works on, what all spaces, all those you can see in a hexagonal space. But maybe if you want a demo over that, let me know. But this is the news, which is a new platform came into the market. New, it has got some tractions because it's a visual representation of how Cloud Code works. Next, Cowork lets you describe a complex task like organize my downloads or create a presentation from these notes. The Cloud automatically handles multi-step work in your MacBook, delivery of finished Excel, PowerPoints, and organized folders you step away. So basically, Cloud Cowork, I think this is from Anthropic company. I think most of you would have already known. It's for non-nerdy, non-techie people. If they want to perform operations in their laptop, if you go into Claude desktop, when it was introduced only to max plan. Now it is available for pro plan also. Pro plan is around $20 I guess. So you can access Claude Cowork from your Claude desktop, ask them complex queries, multi-intent queries to organize the folders, presentation, whatever required, and then it will generate the needed tools to perform that action, or if it already has tools, it will perform the action on behalf of you. That's why it's called co-work. So it's like a co-worker for you. That's a nice one. Midjourney has released a new image generation model. Midjourney is the very initial model which was competing with DALL-E. DALL-E was a very old OpenAI ChatGPT's image generation. So they have came up with a new model. It's like for generating anime characters, I guess, and dynamically improved coherence in the fine details of eyes, reflection. So they have basically improved the quality of image generation. If you want to if you want to know in one line, it's like they have new anime models. Also, they have improved the quality of the images, quality of the persons in the image would be the right wording, I guess. And let's go to the next prompt. Aikido. So Aikido. Yeah, it's Aikido. Security automatically detects and fixes security vulnerabilities as you write and deploy code built for developers, shipped AI generated software uh, at speed. So that have raised around 60 million. So yeah, I think it's very important nowadays because people just wipe code with Claude code and just ship it. All those are happening. So if I think the next most valuable important company would be like, see, you write how fast if you want to write, you can write the code. But we are here to take care, is your code secure? Is your code is not, I mean, breakable? So all the checks and balances should be done from the company, I mean, other company, uh, or a security company. I think that would be a nice idea. That's what they are also doing. They have raised a 60 million funding. That's a great news. 60 million is huge because the first coding agent which came called Klein, CLINE, that have raised 32 million when they raised for seed one funding, I guess. So this is 60 million is a huge amount. LTX2 generates synchronized auto on video up to 20 seconds, a native 40 and 4K 50 FPS. This is a fully open source audio video model with complete training code and run locally on consumer Nvidia RTX GPUs plus controllable camera movements code. Free to try. This is very a nice step. This LTX2 is not a, it's a model. The company behind LTX2 is called Lightricks, which is not a Chinese company. That's a I think most of you will like it. I don't know why, because I mean, I love Chinese open source model. If they are not there, open source would have been like very hard. But let's come back to the point. So they are a Israel company. They have open sourced this model, training code, everything for free. LTX2, I think it should be available in Hugging Face. You should try it out for sure. Next comes the Claude code having a ChatGPT movement among both developers and hobbyists. Viral engagement fueling shelf of traditional software stack investors, and self-aware. So this news would be basically, I have posted it because of the Claude code new research feature, as well as the Claude Code's new updates coming out for subagents and the skills with, I mean, you can itself create, right? That is becoming so popular. I don't know why. I was using too many coding agents, like Klein, Kilocode, Rucode. Most of the agents, I mean, all the agents are still in my IDE VS Code, but still, finally, I am now sticking with Claude Code because of their major improvements, new features coming out, because they control the model, their system prompt. This is becoming a game changer, is what I feel. Claude Code. So, former OpenAI policy lead Miles Brondage just launched AVERI, a new non-profit pushing for independent third-party audits for frontier AI models. Instead of the lab itself doing the safety checks and releasing it, saying that I mean, our models are very safe. So this happens like, right? So just now the industry is starting. So everybody, how can they themselves say we are safe, we are safe, we are safe? Code safety also is like now third-party audits are so valuable for open source project as well as the closed source project, I feel. So this person have pushing for independent third-party audits for all AI models instead of the lab itself certifying them as way safer. That's a good news. That's a good news for upcoming new models. The industry starts evolving, is what I feel. The next news is Anthropic published the fourth economic index, providing the deep dive into 2 million Claude chats, revealing the most AI usage still look like collaboration than replacement. With humans in driver seats for majority of the tasks. So what they have done is like they have compared with, so token usage when it comes to 2 million tokens. Currently Claude's maximum capacity itself 1 million token. That too comes for coding models. I think for pro versions they are allowing it. If you want to understand the image, right, like that's why I was saying this is not just a news reading thing. It's like explaining things. So the orange line, whatever you see here, is the Claude AI website. Directly you use it. The blue are 1P API, that means first party API, where people attach the API keys to Claude Code or Klein or Rucode or Cursor, wherever, right? How that usage. If you see here, it's clearly saying that the direct use of Claude AI is higher than the API usage. That means first party direct API usage. So I don't know about the Claude AI subscription can be used with Claude Code. That they have not defined here. But still, if you see, what all we can see here is where all AI API is being directly used, where all people use it via Claude AI. So educational institute and libraries primarily prefer using in Claude AI website because they are not going to code, they are not going to, I mean, use VS Code integrated, right? Or cursor to integrate. So it's so lower. Engineering management use it higher, office administrative and support use it higher, computer and mathematical use it so much. How trend grows, which industry uses API more, which industry uses Claude AI more. So with this, if you create a product, which industry you are focusing on, you can easily, with this data, you can understand more things. Like if you are creating for educational institute a product, right, you need to give them as a website. Everything should be inside a website. There is no use in giving them you can connect to our backend systems through API. That and all, they will not know, they will not have a product to integrate, they will not have the features. So you need to give a finished product to them in educational institute and all. So with that, we need to understand the industry, then work upon it. This is a very useful data, is what I see. Business and finance operation uses exactly the same to same, I feel. Understanding the balance sheet, financial reports, that all API is doing good. Claude AI also, you just upload for business people, you just upload to Claude AI with a pro subscription, they will not drain your data and you can get the insights back. That's what I see in this image. After that, ZAI, a Chinese company, released GLM 4.7 Flash, a 30 billion speed efficient model, which is the most powerful open source model that leads the this size category benchmark. Like that 30 billion is now becoming a sweet spot. Like it's not 88 billion very small or hundreds of billion very large, but 30 billion is like becoming a very sweet spot where people can run in their consumer hardwares also with more knowledge. So they are the number one model. GLM 4.7 30 billion is the number one model in benchmarks in 30 billion sized models in their space. I don't know much about the last one. Let's skip for the second. I mean, next one. South Korea is currently holding AI competitions to evaluate countries' top AI grown models, with LG, SK, and startup Upstage remaining in contention. So I think they are also focusing on uh, creating their own models. Like China is what I feel. US have models. Chinese are doing models. I mean, South Korea has large companies. People know Samsung and LG and all this from South Korea. Say they are also trying to create models, is what I feel. Anthropic published a research showing AI can slip into playing another character during a long context and introduce a fix that hailed harmful response. The research paper link I should have attached, I guess. The other person would be responding, but this is like Anthropic have been keep on evaluating like how their models will behave in long context. Last few months, I mean a month ago, I think their whole system prompt leaked again, I guess. But Anthropic have now published how AI can slip the characters when the long con. Till now, I feel like if you use the models, I mean any models at their maximum capacity for a long time, they can. I mean there is a chance of slipping, is what I also feel. But they have done a research on it and they are coming out with the responses, is what I feel. Next comes the XAI. Sullian Gori announced he left the company because he had done a podcast just mid of January 2026. He joined at March of 2025. This is very, very nice, important news. He have explained about what is the model timeline, what is the internal workings of XAI, how they have virtual employees. I strongly recommend you to hear his podcast. How they build data centers this quick, how Elon Musk gives incentives to people when they speed up things. So all these things he have discussed in the podcast. I have started this podcast personally. Let me know if you want to know the summary of the podcast, the whole podcast. I'll for sure do it. But the interesting news is he just left the company after this podcast happened within a week. Not sure on he may be fired or he himself came out, but he tweeted that he's now not part of XAI. Next comes the XAI brings Colossus 2 online with 1 gigawatt of to train Groq, making the first operational gigawatt scale AI cluster system, which is already draws the power of than the San Francisco peak, which targets 1.5 gigawatts in April within 2 gigawatts planned. So Elon Musk building capability and the building speed, nobody has any questions in it. He have done in the scale like within 19 days he built the whole Colossus 1 project was just 167 days if I'm not wrong. It was that fast. Insane speed. No, I mean, I'm a strong Elon Musk fan, but yeah, that's a totally a different game. If you see here, right, year on year growth, So this is power megawatts. XAI megawatts power till 2025 end was 400 or 350 watts, I guess, 350 megawatts. Now it has been raised to 1400. It's like 1000 has been increased. Crazy, crazy. This is crazy, crazy number. XAI has the largest. I guess this is like in the pipeline, the 500 billion project. That is the one. This I feel. The second one is Anthropic, because Amazon is behind them. Amazon has so much GPU, so they are. I mean, this is the future plans. This is 2026 starting. For sure, this Colossus 2 will be. Uh, soon. I mean, coming out. I feel currently everybody has the equal number, like Anthropic as well as XAI, Elon Musk. But OpenAI and XAI has the same amount of GPUs. But I feel AWS is there in this data center market for a long year, so they have a higher number of GPUs. But end of the day, everybody will. I mean, Elon Musk will grow like crazy. He makes things. He gives like a scaled thing to people so that they can experiment and come up with new things and the game. That's his whole strategy. Next is BugBot began an internal project at Cursor. After coding agent reduced writing time, but increased review load. Pull requests became larger, review time grew, and logical bugs escaped more often. We saw another news. There is a separate company which is being creating to identify the mistakes, security vulnerabilities, all those bugs. Silent bugs. There is a separate company which got 60 million funding. So there is something in there, is what I said before also. Now Cursor is creating a new internal project, so they will sell this. So Cursor will become free eventually, and the BugBot, so everybody will start using it. All the employees in the organization will be pulling a pull request daily, 4 or 5 pull requests they will raise, and they will monetize this BugBot project. Crazy is what I feel, because they will say, see, organizations, you write code with us and we will take care of your code. I mean, we'll take care that your code doesn't break. Good idea. That's a nice idea. Let's see how things come out. OpenAI releases ChatGPT Go globally, because I know this a weekly review, so I said this information already. With a long focused higher context window for Go users globally. But if you don't want to worry about context window or memory being stored somewhere, you can use self memory, which was open source project built by me. I feel like you should try out this internal ad. Yeah, selfmemory.com. You can check it out. Anthropic brings Claude Cover to Pro plans, which I have already said. I think I need to stop mixing up news. This news, somewhere it is in my brain. So if I start with the week's news, this all news comes together. So Cerebras, which has been now partnered with OpenAI for 10 billion. That's a background news. So Groq, GROQ, has been bought by, not completely bought, all the employees, and the deal has been done with like 20 billion with Nvidia. But Cerebras has the largest chip die in size. They wafer for the whole silicon the silicon seat. So they have very specialized, very specialized hardware for LLMs. So OpenAI have over the years, they will invest 10 billion. Invest in the sense they will make a deal of 10 billion. So when I posted this itself, I was not clear. Like, but one thing what I know about the Cerebras is like they have been in this industry for a long years. They are now making chips specifically for LLMs. Their inference scale is so huge compared to Nvidia generalized GPUs. That's insane scale is what I understood. Yeah. Then another internal ad. So I have made a AI periodic table video where which elements will come. So if you don't know about what is where RAGs, it's what is vector database, what is LLM, what is multimodal, where all it will settle, what is needed for building one Gen A application. So this I have made as a separate video. It's worth checking out. For sure, check out and let me know. The next comes the World Economic Forum kickoff. This has been like, I mean, everywhere people are speaking about it. The OpenAI CEO, Elon Musk, Satya Nadella, DeepMind CEO, everybody's came and spoke on it. People have given so much insights in the sense like their prediction. We can name it as their predictions. One famous prediction what I heard is like within next 12 months, Anthropic's model will be crazy, super like a software junior software developer, it can perform the same prediction he made it last year, I feel. But yeah, he primarily focusedly said that, which was more talked. I came to know. A new startup founded by researchers from Anthropic, XAI, and Google just raised 480 million in seed funding at a 4.48 valuation. That means they would have sold for like 10% of this. I mean, 10%. Yeah. pushing to build AI that helps people collaborate better over automation and full replacement. I mean, and automation and full replacement. So humans and AI is what humans and is the company name I feel, but nice name. Yeah, they are making out human collaboration AI. So they have raised funding also. I feel like, yeah, I mean, see, humans are end of the day, humans are lazy, if in my own opinion. So we like more autonomous things to happen, but it should happen correct. That's the whole aim. Let's see. I mean, how industry goes, all those we'll see. But yeah, nice. They have. I mean, employees have researchers have started coming. I mean, coming out and starting as a new thing. Nice. If it grows, yeah, it's all good win for researchers. AI creative platform Lightricks have released a view. I mean, this we have already saw in this news. That is the LTX2 model, which we saw sometime before. So this also I have followed. This news is something like slightly, I mean, triggered me. Anthropic CEO, he have said that selling Nvidia H200 chips to China is like selling nuclear weapons to North Korea. That's too bad, right? Like, why not? I mean, we all are humans. End of the day, like if they come up with something very new, that's nice, right? You can also inspire from their architecture and you can build things. I don't feel anything wrong. I'm speaking in, I mean, AI and research point of view. There are so many political, economics, all those are involved. I'm not speaking in that angle. But in AI point of view, I feel like, yeah, it's nothing wrong in giving all people, all humans should have access to all things in the world is my primary idea. But let's see. I mean, why his model is top-notch model, Anthropic, I'm saying, and here he gets so much data than China companies, but somehow China is giving open source models so much to the industry back. Their models are performing so good. That's a good news. I mean, but anyway, China didn't accept. I mean, H200 is coming into China itself. The Chinese government have banned it. Still no, but let's see how things goes. But I don't like the statement much. Axios reports Elon Musk said SpaceX will be exploring orbital data centers to power AI with potential. I mean, after their IPOs, right? Starlink's IPO. I mean, SpaceX IPO. This will be taken as more. I mean, more seriously the space data centers. Yeah, that's where the whole world is also heading. What I feel. That's a nice thing. Axios is a US based news and magazine company. So the DeepMind CEO have said there will be no plans of putting ads in AI assisted Gemini. I don't think so. Sorry for a brutal comment, but yeah, I mean, see, Google has been this big only because of ads. They are the masters in doing it. But for sure, not maybe for today. But future they can have, right? Like they have said this statement because of ChatGPT have said ads will be in their apps and websites. To counter that, they would have asked the question. He said no plans, maybe no plans for now, but future he can have. There is another internal shout out. I have made a video on self memory. It's an memory layer which you can add to any of the application like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, or the agents what you build, and you can store and retrieve memory in a common place. So I have made a video. It's a elevator pitch kind of thing. It's like less than 2 minutes. Um, or 3 minutes. You must watch is what I feel. Yeah, you can check out in other any other videos. So this is the next news is like Elon Musk versus OpenAI. This has been happening for a long time. The April trial came. Elon Musk shares some important news saying that Elon Musk was more like wanted to keep it open source, wanted to keep it open AI, but there was another internal journal which was written by Greg Brockmans. I think he is the some lead, I mean, one of the CXOs in OpenAI, in his internal journal, what he have written is uh, Elon Musk is planning for becoming, I mean, transitioning from non-profit to corporate or business organization, I mean, B or C corp. So making it for profit. So Elon Musk in his court filings, he said, I have never had any idea on this. So again, this becomes a fight. It's been happening for a long time. Wikipedia have confirmed now with, I mean, they have paid agreements with Meta, Microsoft, Perplexity for giving them a structured data from Wikipedia. Wikipedia has been asking for donations in their web pages for quite a long time. They're not running in profit. There's I mean, they need to pay for their service, right? So I think this is a good move for Wikipedia also. But their data, once they get all the data from Meta, I mean, Meta, Microsoft, and Perplexity gets all the data. I don't know how much they will. I mean, they will be needed because you saw Stack Overflow, right? They are the most. I mean, now they died because of these AI. So whe- when they started, within a month they got around 3,000 queries. After all these era, after AI, everything came. No, again they are reaching below the question range of 3,000 whole world. I mean all over the world. So they are reaching the dip point. That's the one which I have introduced as a meme. Like I put as a meme like last the week before image. Okay, let's. So I'm thinking it should not happen like that. The next news is open source startup launched Kilo from Slack. Slack has a, I was mentioning that Kilo code I have in my VS Code, right? The Kilo code is from Slack. So now they have been, they have added into the Slack itself so that if you can just, Slack, people who use Slack, they can just start giving out the business requirement in the Slack and the product will be built. Tigai is depicted as a Pixiv. Pixiv is a platform in Japan where people can share their art, they can draw their art, anime, all those things in that platform. Uh, People will be getting payments, I mean remuneration, all those things in that platform. But the one problem what had was it allows Pixiv allows AI generated content also. So that people didn't like, I guess. That's why I think Tigai is a new platform they have brought where with the timestamp how fast you complete things with the timestamp, all those things they calculate. They are 0% idea on including AI generated images or AI drawn images. So human only drawn platform, I guess. So they must be very careful on people shouldn't scrap their data. That's another thing. DocuSign launches AI summarized agreements. Like the agreements will be like hell lot of big pages. So how can we summarize and put it? I mean, summarized agreements. If you have any question, you can ask it. So that's the AI thing what they have brought. This is now available in US, UK, and Australia. Israel becomes the first country to sign a declaration with US on artificial intelligence. So they have already a few partnerships. I read this article, but this article has been blocked. I don't know, somehow because of Israel name has been mentioned, I guess. So I can't reply the article link. So they have already some agreements with the US. This is an additional on that agreement. Now all the AI things, data centers, silicon chipset, what they make, they can. It's a partnership between them. Israel is more friendly in doing all these things, is what I understood. This agreement is like is not only this AI thing is with Israel, but there was a common name with the agreement where Australia, Dubai, all those UAE, all those people were already there. Let's skip this. This is a personal tweet. Google Flow is now open for Workspace business enterprise education users, letting users to generate 8-second AI clips with VO AI 3 from text or from text or images. You can continue the image what you upload, or you can just type it and people can, it can VO can generate a video on it. So Meta has drastically reduced the funding on reality, AR, VR. So over the past 4-5 years now, 2021 to 2026, there was a loss of 73 billion, which was a very huge number. So they are shutting down this business, making the employees let go on this AR side. I think their full focus is on now on AI, generative AI, nothing other than that. After Llama 3 itself was a huge failure, but after Llama 3, there was no news from Meta on AI. They have acquired all the top researchers from the world. Let's see how the new thing comes. Is it open source or a closed source? I heard that they are coming with closed source one to generate revenue. Let's see how things goes. Jonathan Ross is the founder and CEO of Groq. Argue that AI will create a labor shortage. So what he's saying is because AI makes automation and things easier, right? So food and shelter will be like done for all the people in the world. So if food and shelter is there, nobody will be like interested in working. Most of the players in the world will be like, players, not players, humans in the world will be like, if I'm getting food and shelter, then why should I work? So let me retire. So the retirement will be so early. Because it is early, we'll be in shortage of employees or the workforce is what he claims. I have no comment on it. Let's see how things goes. Signal co-founder has launched a new chatbot which is different. Designed for privacy protection. The Signal app, everybody, I think at least have it in your phone, but may not use other than WhatsApp. But he has primarily created a chatbot which is focusing only for privacy. So no data will be collected, no data will be stored. Everything process gets deleted. The business will not train with your data. All those things is what he claims. Rather than ChatGPT or Claude, they train your data when you are a very free user. So the next one, OpenAI CFO. The company's annual revenue exceeds 20 billion in 2025 and it was 6 billion in 2024. This was a huge rise, in their revenue, as well as this has been directly correlated with the energy, how much they use. This year they have used like 1.9 gigawatt. So I think I saw another video or article where they were comparing the revenue, how much they make is directly exponentially equal to how much energy they use. So 2026, OpenAI, I think they are coming to IPO. So 20 billion is a good thing. They have a ad more revenue model. So if people's, see how they have introduced things. The revenue thing they introduced first. So they have a 20 billion revenue. So they are saying to the world that I have so much revenue. Then they are introducing ads to their website. If they have said this first, ads to their website or the application, people would have said, oh no, OpenAI doesn't have money to do all these things. Now they are saying, I have so much money, but still I want to now make more money. So that's what they are saying. This was an internal one, this is a pinned tweet about self-memory. It's worth checking out. Let me know how this was. I think this could be a longer video. How was the whole week AI news? Week on week, let's see, try connecting things, explore more. Let's see how it goes, how much you like it, how much you engage it. It's worth watching on Sunday evenings. You are relaxed with the snacks. I think worth watching this video. You'll get all the AI newses of this week. Yeah, thank you. See you all in another video.